What is up everyone, Boshi here, and today we're going to talk about how you complete the Ruinous Effigy Catalyst. Now if you haven't gotten it to drop, all you have to do is kill an enemy with the weapon and it should drop right away. If you don't know what the catalyst does, it pretty much increases the damage of the weapon on anyone that has taken damage from a transmutation sphere, which is actually a pretty significant effect as it applies to other players with Ruinous Effigy. Now in order to complete the catalyst to masterwork your weapon, you'll either have to kill 5,000 enemies with the weapon itself or the spear that it creates, or you can kill 34 Savathun eyes. In this video, I'm going to show you the location of 45 out of the 50 eyes, as if you're going for the triumph for the title and seal this season, you'll need to destroy all 50. I'm only able to show you 45 as the other 5 are within the prophecy dungeon, which I haven't been able to do yet. I'll go ahead and include timestamps in the description for each eye just in case you've found some of these already. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and load up into Titan at Siren's Watch, and we're going to go straight ahead and go straight past Salone, and once you are inside the building, go ahead and look to your left like you're about to head up to the public event, and you'll go ahead and see the eye right there. Next, you're going to go ahead and head straight out the door right in front of you and go ahead and cross that bridge-ish area, and you're going to look up to the left in this alleyway and you'll see a eye in the sky. Alright, so for the next eye, you can actually turn around from the alleyway and jump down to the bottom level and head into this building, but I'm going to start from where eye number 1 was just because it's easier for direction purposes. But you're going to go ahead and go into this building and follow the pathway down to the broken bridge, and you're going to go across the bridge and eventually hit this area that you'll reach a bunch of hive. You'll want to kill the hive and then look to your top right in the corner and you'll see the eye. For the 4th eye, we're going to head over to the Methane Flush lost sector, and once you actually enter the first room and go ahead and clear that out, which I've already kind of cleared it out in the video, you can look straight up into the ceiling, and it's a little bit harder to see, but the eye is up there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and teleport over to the rig spawn point, and we're going to go straight ahead and into the building right in front of you. This is where usually a public event is going on, and once you reach the building, you can look up and you'll see the eye. So you can go ahead and head right outside the building you just entered for that eye, and go ahead and follow the path on the screen. We're going to head over to the cargo lost sector, and on the way there you'll encounter an eye outside on the broken bridge, and then we're going to head into the actual lost sector itself. Alright, now heading into Cargo Bay 3, the lost sector itself, you're going to go ahead and run to the back of the room and turn around, and the eye is actually above the entrance to that room. Now heading over to the DS Quarters lost sector, we're going to go ahead and clear the first room, and then go ahead and move over to the second room. Now you don't really have to clear the second room, but if you go straight ahead and go to the right, you will see the eye. So for the last 2 eyes, you're actually going to head over to the Solarium, which you will get to by going to the rig spawn point and following the path that is on the screen. We're actually going to go, once we reach the big room, we're going to head to the right first, which will head over to the Festering halls area, and that is where you're going to see the eye. After you jump down into the pit with the hive, you'll turn around and you'll see it. Now, from the Festering halls, you can go ahead and backtrack to the big room, but for direction purposes, I went ahead and went back to the very beginning from the rig, and instead of going right like we did to go to the Festering halls, we're going to actually go left and head toward the Arboretum, and we're going to make our way through. Go ahead and follow the path showed on the screen, and then once you're pretty much to the end of the Arboretum, you're going to turn around and you're going to see the eye behind a plant. That is going to go ahead and finish out all the eyes on Titan, so we're going to go ahead and head over to IO, which I believe there are 15. Alright, so heading over to the Rupture spawn point on IO, you're actually just going to look to the right and you'll see your first eye. So for the second eye, you're going to go ahead and head over to the Aphix Conduit lost sector, and before you actually enter, go ahead and turn around and go ahead and jump onto the hill that has a tree on it, and right in front of you, you will see the eye in the stone structure. Now that we got the second eye, we're going to go ahead and run the Aphix Conduit lost sector itself, and you're actually going to run the whole thing, and once you've reached the chest at the very end after defeating the boss, you're going to go ahead and turn around and you'll see the eye in the top near the ceiling. So back to the Rupture spawn point, we're going to head to the Sanctum of Bones lost sector, right to the left of it, and we're going to clear the first room and then climb the hill a little bit, and you'll see the eye in the very top right. Eye number 5 on IO is a pretty easy one. Spawn into the Lost Oasis spawn area and then go ahead and jump on the rock right in front of you and you'll see the eye. So I went ahead and spawned back in at the Lost Oasis just to show perspective, but go ahead and head toward that giant tree following the path on the screen and you'll find your next eye. Now go ahead and spawn into Giant's Scar spawn location and head over to Excavation Site II following the path on the screen, and you're going to want to make your way to pretty much the second room and go ahead and clear out all the creatures or mobs in the room and then turn around and you'll see the eye in the corner. So back to the Giant Scars spawn point, we're going to head over to where Zur actually is located usually on IO in his cave, and from the cave you're going to turn around and look at the giant drill, and within the arm of the drill you'll see the eye, which is kind of hard to see, but you'll see a little glimpse of it. From here, after destroying this eye, we're going to go ahead and jump on our Sparrow and head to the left toward the Terrabase, and you're going to go through this tunnel, and at the very end of the tunnel, when you reach the open area, you'll pretty much just see the eye right away. So right above where the eye was just destroyed in the Terrabase, you'll see a group of Taken. You're going to want to head over there, and you'll see a Cabal door right near the Taken Blight. Go ahead and go through there. It'll head toward the Wraith Mines, and this is where you'll find the next eye. Just go ahead and follow the path on the screen. Alright, so the last 5 on IO are actually located within the Whisper mission itself. Now if you haven't done the Whisper mission and you are only wanting to get the Catalyst done and not the Triumph for destroying the 50 eyes, then you can actually skip this portion, as there's 5 in the Whisper mission and then there's 5 also in the Prophecy dungeon, which leaves 40 that you can get by yourself without actually having to go into any of these single mission type or these group mission type things. Now the Whisper mission itself, if you want to try it, you can. Just go ahead and follow everything on the screen. There isn't really anything too hard about it, but mainly it's just going to be the jumping puzzle portion of the Whisper mission. And so it is definitely soloable if you want to do it. You just might have to look up a guide on how to unlock the first time you jump in there. But other than that, go ahead and follow everything that's on the screen. I'll go ahead and, kind of just show you the port of me running it and then finding the eyes. You're going to find one at the very beginning, one in the Taken Blight hallway, and then you're going to find pretty much 2 within the green room, and then 1 is going to be right after you take the shortcut in the green room. Now that the Whisper mission ones are done, we're going to head over to Mars and find the 10 that are over there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and load into Braytech spawn point on Mars and head over to Anna Bray, and you're actually going to see the eye in the corner. Now if you notice that you cannot pull out your weapon or actually use your weapon while you're near Anna, so you're going to have to go right under where the eye is located, and this will allow you to shoot it. Next, we're going to head straight out the door from Anna, and we're going to go on our Strider and go straight, and you're almost going to pass the building, but before you are actually completely past it, go ahead and turn around and you'll see the eye in the corner of the building structure. Alright, so we're going to go ahead back to Anna, and then go ahead and turn around and go to the right, where you'll see a door. Go ahead and go through that door and follow the path all the way through until you reach the outside, and then you're going to want to take a left and look out over the balcony area, and you'll see the eye up in the sky. Alright, so after you shoot that eye out of the sky, go ahead and turn around and you'll see a couple of hive. Go ahead and clear them out and start moving your way through the building. Now, if this looks familiar, it is probably because you've done this area on the Mars campaign, I believe. And so you're just going to move all the way through the building and get all the way up to the Mindlab, and you'll end up seeing where the eye is at the very end on the top platform. But go ahead and follow the path on the screen and you'll find it that way. Alright, now that one is done, go ahead and head back to the Braytech spawn point, and we're going to head left over to the core Terminus lost sector, and you're going to make your way pretty much all the way through right before the last boss room, and you'll look up at a pillar near the ceiling and you'll see the eye up there. Alright, go ahead and spawn over at the Glacial Drift spawn point and jump on your Strider and head over to the left and follow that road all the way up to Alton Dynamo. Once you've actually entered the building, this will look familiar because it is the same run as a Will of a Thousand Strike, and pretty much you're just going to move your way through that and get to the big room where you'd normally see a huge ogre and you do the final meltdown, but you're just only going to encounter a wizard, and honestly you don't even have to clear the room as the eye is in the top left once you enter that room. Once again, go ahead and head back to Glacial Drift spawn point, and what you're going to do is actually head over to the right and follow the road all the way up to that building, and the eye is pretty easy to see. And once again, Glacial Drift spawn point just for easy direction, because you can just go straight from here all the way over and you'll pretty much eventually hit a bunker type door. Go ahead and go through there, hop up, and you'll see the eye pretty easily. Alright, so we're going to use the Glacial Drift spawn point 2 more times for the last 2 eyes. This time, go ahead and head over to the right toward the Subterrane Lost Sector, and this eye is actually going to be located at the very end of the Lost Sector above the chest. On my Warlock, you can see that I cheat my way up there and just pretty much clear out that room. And once you're at the chest, go ahead and look up toward the left, and you'll see an opening into the sky, and that is where the eye is. Okay, and the last eye is actually in Olympus Descent. What you're going to want to do is jump on your Strider and take a very sharp left from the Glacial Drift spawn point and pretty much follow the path on the screen. This does look familiar as it is another strike, but at the fork you're actually going to take a left instead of a right, and it's kind of hard to see where that fork is, so go ahead and just follow what I'm doing on the screen. It's probably the easiest way. Once you make it outside, you know that you're on the right path. You're going to go ahead and climb the hill, and then you'll see the eye at the very top right. Alright, so now we are on Mercury, and this is probably going to be the easiest set of eyes to get. There are a total of 10, and so the first one is right next to Brother Vance inside the Lighthouse. Go ahead and jump in there and head to the back of the Lighthouse, and in the top left you're going to see the first eye. Now go ahead and jump outside the Lighthouse and head toward the right. You're going to go ahead and destroy a group of Vex, and then jump on top of the hill, and you're going to easily see the eye inside the tree. Now right here you can kind of see me hide just so I don't get hit by mobs while I'm looking out where the next eye is. And I'm going to go ahead and jump on my Strider and head toward the entrance to the Infinite Forest on the other side of Mercury. And as you reach over there, you're going to go ahead and reach an area where you can see the eye in a structure. It's going to be near the top of your screen, so go ahead and destroy that one. And the last one is actually going to be at to the left of the lighthouse spawn point. So go ahead and jump back to that spawn point, head left, and you're going to see it in pretty much a metal type structure like a globe, and that is the fourth one. Alright, so the next two eyes on Mercury are actually only available during the public event. Now, these are only available during the public event because you actually need the cannon things that launch you over to the platforms in order to get over to where the eyes are located. Now, one eye is going to be located on the left platform and the other one is going to be on the right platform. So you're going to pretty much end up doing the public event like normal. On the left platform, you'll find this eye pretty easy as it's in the back of the platform to the top left. And then on the right side, this one's a little bit harder to see, and actually as you continue to watch me end up doing the public event, you can see me hop up and kind of float in order to see this eye. I believe there is a different way to actually see the eye more clearly, but this was just the easiest way I saw it. But yeah, go ahead and follow what's on the screen. It's probably going to be the easiest way, but if you already know how the public event works, then go ahead and do that and you'll pretty much just see the eyes like normal as you're doing it. But just be sure to keep an eye out for it, as sometimes the public event does take a little bit to come back, and so you want to make sure that when it is up that you get these two eyes done. Alright, so the last four eyes are actually located in Pariah's Refuge, the lost sector on Mercury. These are actually pretty easy to find, but go ahead and enter the lost sector and go ahead and clear out the very first room. Now you can see in the video I take a double take because I did not see the first eye, but go ahead and you'll see it pretty much in the structure right near the gate that you end up leaving the lost sector from. But go ahead and destroy that one. The next eye is pretty easy, as once you move into the second room and clear out the mobs, it's actually straight across from when you enter that second room. And then the last two eyes are actually going to be found after you've cleared the final boss room. You don't necessarily have to clear this room if you end up finding cover, but if you go ahead and go to where the chest spawns, you can look up to the top left and right and you'll see the eyes pretty easy. Alright, and that is 45 of the Savathun eyes. The other 5 are going to be found in the Prophecy dungeon. I hope this helped you guys get that catalyst completed for your Ruinous Effigy. I think it's an awesome exotic, very unique, and very fun to play around with. If this did help, please don't forget to leave a comment, and then go ahead and like and subscribe if you'd like to see more Destiny 2 content, and I will see you guys later.